evening and welcome to Biz RoundUp. I am Tamiru Nimsat and we at Art Television bring you a collection of business highlights. Let's have a look at the headlines. Government plans to create school clusters as a part of educational reform. 200% increase in the country's investment environment, Subject Minister says. Government up for a legal battle against estate companies, Minister Thondiman asserts. News in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe outlined his vision for Sri Lanka's economic future and announced plans to increase the growth rate to 3% by 2025, emphasizing the importance of new legislation and increased investment. President Wickremesinghe said this speaking at the celebration of International Nurses Day at the Temple Trees on Sunday. He highlighted the enactment of the Central Bank Law and other proposed bills including the Public Debt Management Law, the Public Finance Act and the Economic Transformation Law. President Wickremesinghe stressed the need for bipartisan support in passing these laws, emphasizing their critical role in advancing the nation. He highlighted the government's efforts to address issues such as malnutrition and healthcare, calling for substantial investment in these sectors. President Wickremesinghe also inaugurated the Sri Lanka Nursing University and underscored the importance of foreign language education for nurses. State Minister of Investment Promotion Dilum Mamunugama highlighted a remarkable 200% improvement in the country's investment environment compared to 2 years ago. State Minister Dilum Mamunugama said this during a press conference at the Presidential Media Centre last week. The State Minister emphasized the critical factors of political stability, financial certainty and confidence in the future to attract investments into the country. Minister Mamunugama expressed confidence in surpassing the target set by the Minister of Finance for 2024 with the potential to triple investments by the end of this year. He also announced the commencement of operations at the Kankasanture Private Industrial Zone, spearheaded by a Sri Lankan business group based in Canada with a $500 million investment. Minister Mamunugama further highlighted the potential for significant investments in sectors like solar and wind energy as well as green hydrogen under the Trincomalee District Development Plan. Minister of State for Technology Kanaka Herath shed light on the DigiCon Global Investment Summit 2024 set to be held alongside the DigiCon 2023 project on the 25th of June in Colombo. Minister Herath outlined the objectives and importance of the DigiCon Global Investment Summit, speaking at the Presidential Media Centre recently. Minister Herath emphasized that the conference will provide a platform for individuals in the IT field, including students, to showcase their expertise and attract investments. Assistant Chief Digital Economy Officer of the Sri Lanka Information and Communication Technology Agency, Sachindra Samaratne, underscored the importance of fostering collaboration with global entities. He highlighted the significant presence of innovative enterprises in the country capable of attracting investments, emphasizing the need for a comprehensive framework for IT centers nationwide. The event also saw the presence of Dr. Dharmashri Kumar Thunga, Secretary of the Ministry of Technology, Sandun Hapugoda from MasterCard and other key industry leaders. The Indian Ocean Rim Association Business Conclave, organized by the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce in collaboration with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, is scheduled for the 28th and 29th of May. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce made this announcement, releasing a press statement recently. The event aims to highlight sectors crucial to the economic development of the Indian Ocean Rim region, including agriculture, ICT, logistics and tourism. Additionally, there will be breakout sessions focusing on SME development and women empowerment. The event aims to facilitate strategic alliances, explore new markets and capitalize on emerging trends across these vital sectors essential for global economic development. Participating countries including Australia, Bangladesh, France, India, Iran, Madagascar, Malaysia, Maldives, Mauritius and Turkey, among others, have expressed keen interest in these sectors. The conclave will feature various activities including a strategic networking reception, plenary sessions, sector-focused breakout sessions and B2B meetings. Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Foreign Secretary Aruni Vijayawardena and US Assistant Secretary for South and Central Asian Affairs Ambassador Donald Lu held discussions at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Monday. The discussions focused on enhancing bilateral relations between Sri Lanka and the United States. Foreign Secretary Vijayawardene emphasized the country's export-oriented growth strategies and initiatives aimed at fostering governance, financial oversight, anti-corruption and reconciliation efforts. Additionally, discussions highlighted robust security cooperation between the two nations, particularly in the maritime domain, to ensure maritime safety, security and trade facilitation. Assistant Secretary Lu commended Sri Lanka's efforts in engaging with the International Monetary Fund and achieving positive results. Accompanying Assistant Secretary Lu were US Ambassador to Sri Lanka Julie Chang, senior officials from the Department of State and the US Embassy. Following the discussions at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Assistant Secretary Lu paid a courtesy call on President Ranil Wickremesinghe and also met with the Chief of Staff to the President Sagal Ratnayaka. Education Minister Dr. Susil Premjayantha announced plans to create over 1,000 school clusters island-wide with 350 school boards overseeing the operations in the initial phase of educational administration reforms. Dr. Premjayantha, addressing a press briefing at the President's Media Centre, further highlighted that the required cabinet memorandum will be presented soon along with an accompanying circular.
Many education reform proposals regarding the general education except the converting national schools to provincial schools, more or less others agreed by the committee. And there are some issues in the higher education sector. So therefore, we go ahead with the education reform framework where the committee has approved. We are starting education administrative reforms in general education, school classifications, and creating clusters, school boards, and the increase in the number of zonal office for the administration. Now, for an example, in Colombo zone, there are 141 schools. So out of 141, 21 are national schools. So they are zonal office, they have to handle over 12,000 files of teachers. That's too much. So you have to split into two. So then that is one of the proposals to increase the number of zones. So at the same time, so we need SLES officers, office equipment. So then we are getting ready for that. Of course, we are getting funds from ADB and apart from GEP project. So we have planned it. And then by introduction of school boards, their sole duty is to supervise the schools.
Minister of Industries Dr. Ramesh Patirina said that the government plans to make the registration of the new industrial entities will be made user-friendly while helping existing entities to improve their activities through knowledge and monetary grants. The minister said this speaking at the launch of a digital platform at the ministry premises on Tuesday.
අපි තම සතුටට පත් වුණ අද කර්මාන්ත අමාත්‍යාංශයෙන් මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ සුළු පරිමාණ මධ්‍ය පරිමාණ මහා පරිමාණ මේ කර්මාන්තකරුවන් ලියාපදිංචි කිරීම වැඩසටහන නව ජාලගත ක්‍රමයේ ඔස්සේ තාක්ෂණික වශයෙන් පහසු ක්‍රමවේදයක් කරහා දියත් කිරීමේ අවස්ථාවට සම්බන්ධ වීම ලැබීම පිළිබඳව මෙතෙක් කර්මාන්ත අමාත්‍යාංශය මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ව්‍යවසායකින් නිෂ්පාදකයන් 3918 දෙනෙක් පමණ දැනට ලියාපදිංචි කරලා තිබෙනවා. ඒ අය වෙනුවෙන් ඒ අය සියලු දෙනාම ජාලගත කිරීමත් අන්තර්ජාලය සහ මාර්ගගත ක්‍රමයන් ඔස්සේ සම්බන්ධ කිරීමත් ඔවුන්ට මේ ඉදිරියට ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ කර්මාන්තකරුවන්ට වඩාත් පහසුවෙන් එම තමුන්ගේ ව්‍යාපාර ලියාපදිංචි කර ගැනීම පිණිසත් අවශ්‍ය පහසුකම් මේ යටතේ සැලසෙනවා. මේ හරහා විශේෂයෙන්ම ඉදිරි කාලය තුළදී අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව මේ ලියාපදිංචි කිරීමේ ක්‍රමවේදය පහසු කිරීමට අමතරව ඔවුන්ට මාර්ගගත ක්‍රමයේ ඔස්සේ ජාලගත කිරීම හරහා ශ්‍රී ලංකාව තුලත් විශේෂයෙන්ම විදේශයන්හි තමුන්ගේ ආයතන සහ භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රවර්ධනය වෙන අවශ්‍ය පසුතල සකස් කර දීමත් ඒ හරහා විවිධ තාක්ෂණික ලබා දීම් මූල්‍යමය උපකරණ පිළිබඳව දැනුවත් කිරීම සානිකුත් සම්බන්ධතා වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් ඔවුන්ගේ කර්මාන්ත දියුණු කර ගැනීම වෙන අවශ්‍ය පසුතල සකස් කරන්නටත් මේ හරහා විශේෂයෙන්ම අවශ්‍ය ප්‍රතිපාදන සැකසෙනවා.
Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Minister of Water Supply and Estate Infrastructure Development Jeevan Thondaman said that the government is ready to face any legal challenges from estate companies regarding the decision to increase wages. The minister addressed the issue of wage increases for estate workers during a news conference held at the Presidential Media Centre on Monday. Minister Thondaman highlighted the economic hardships endured by plantation workers, underscoring the fundamental nature of the salary issue. He reaffirmed that the government has gazetted a daily wage of 1,700 rupees for plantation workers, to which the state companies must adhere. Minister Thondaman mentioned that the companies offered to raise basic salaries by 200 rupees, indicating their capacity to improve wages for plantation workers. Minister Thondaman further discussed the government's efforts to enhance living standards for plantation communities, including housing and education. Adding to the ongoing controversy surrounding the VFS Global Visa deal, officials from the Ministry of Public Security and the Department of Immigration and Immigration have dodged the recent summoning by the Committee of Public Finance. The Committee of Public Finance, chaired by Harsha De Silva, expressed displeasure about the absence, citing missing files from a move in 2016 as their reason for absence.
The contract has led to the cost of a visa soaring from $51 to over $100, inclusive of hidden fees and an underlying fee hike to $75. The tourism sector has voiced strong protests, citing the high cost and the complexity of the new visa website. Unlike the previous user-friendly platform developed by Mobitel, which charged just $1, the current system remains complicated and expensive. VFS Global has also been accused of collecting extensive personal information from tourists, including their social media handles. Despite promises to reduce the visa fee to $50, opposition legislators allege that VFS Global continues to collect $10. This unfolding situation comes at a time when Sri Lanka is striving to adhere to anti-corruption measures as a part of its agreement with the International Monetary Fund.
International Distillers Limited has partnered with the Sri Lanka Hospitality Graduates Association to host the 29th National Bartenders Competition 2024. The grand finale of the competition is scheduled to take place on the 16th of June in Colombo. Representatives from IDL and SLHGA unveiled their shared vision to propel Sri Lanka as a renowned destination for exceptional beverages at a press conference held in Colombo recently. The event will not only feature a prestigious competition but also offer extensive training sessions, seminars, workshops and skill development opportunities for participants. President of the SLHGA, Patrick Pereira, stated that the event will pave the way for a new era in bartending in Sri Lanka with improved skills and novel approaches of mixology. CEO at IDL, Dr. Kemal De Soisa, highlighted the partnership's commitment to fostering innovation and excellence in bartending, ultimately elevating Sri Lanka's tourism product. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, Shirantha Piris, expressed gratitude for IDL's continuous support towards showcasing student talents.
I'm delighted to be associated in this competition, the event. And it is definitely not possible without a partner such as IDL. So I'd like to extend my sincere appreciation to IDL and of course SLHGA, who continuously work very closely with our partners and SLIDM and our students to ensure that these activities are not a mere activity, but also to dig out the hidden talents and skills of our youth.
With that, we wind up for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. See you tomorrow with State of Business at 7:45 p.m. Take care and good night.